Okay.
14-4, bottom of the 8th we go. Kansas State in control of this one as Adam Arthur is in out of the pen for K-State. Arthur, the lefty, has not allowed an earned run this year in 2 2/3 innings of work. He's allowed just 1 hit and struck out 4. Sidewinder delivers a strike. He'll be faced with the 5, 6, 7 in the Baylor lineup. Reebok, Sanders, and Johnson all due up here in the frame.
And this lefty out of the bullpen for K-State just offers a different look, kind of that low 3/4 slot. Kind of pitches out over that front leg, and yeah, so far really effective. Not an overpowering fastball. It sits middle 80s. But a good slider, and he is throwing strikes. 4 strikeouts, has not allowed a walk in 2 2/3 innings.
And for as erratic of a ball movement and arm slot as it really is, he's very effective. This one's rocketed back up the middle. Pearson Reebok gets the inning started for the Bears. Long way to go here for Baylor, but really it's all about building momentum into tomorrow, right? I mean, at this point, when you're down by 10, it's hard to say the hoorah, let's get back in it. But you want to try and build some level of momentum and foundation to try and take game 3.
Yeah, no doubt. You got 6 outs to work with if you're Baylor's offense. And yeah, momentum does mean something here in baseball. You know, you want guys swinging the bat well, feeling good about their at-bats. And, you know, baseball is just like any other sport. You feel about as good as your last outing or your last at-bat, your last pitch. That's usually how it goes. So, yeah, if you could, you know, have some hitters start to square some balls up here last couple of innings and feel like they're back on track, that's what you want.
Sanders 0 for 3 today. He was a strikeout victim back in the 6th inning. Rockets that one up the middle, but Inouye is playing at the bag at second, steps on the bag for 1, throws to first. A 4 unassisted 3, double play, and there's 2 down.
Yeah, this just goes to the defensive placement in terms of where Inouye is standing. That ball shot right back up the mound, and good thing for Adam Arthur, he didn't get a glove on it because that was right at Inouye. Positioned perfectly for that 4U to 3 double play.
A scouting report has worked out a couple times here for Kansas State. That's not the first indication that the scouting report has worked out to perfection. They had a nice play out in right field earlier because of a shade. You had a nice an opportunity on the left side of the infield earlier to field the position well. Give credit to this K-State staff. There's a reason why they are one of the more feared teams in the Big 12 this year, and they've shown it today throughout against the Bears.
Yeah, you see the full shift on for Ty Johnson. You've got Inouye playing kind of short right field again. Pulled new shortstop over towards second base. It doesn't matter because Ty Johnson's retired on strikes.
What an inning for Adam Arthur. Out of the pen, the sidewinder comes in, retires the Bears in order. 3 up, 3 down after a leadoff single and a double play. Arizona Wildcats team on to round out the month of March, where the month of March has been plenty kind to Kansas State. This will be their 11th win of the month already. Same pitcher on from the last inning to this inning for Kansas State as Adam Arthur worked a flawless 8th inning. He did give up a base hit to lead off the frame to Reebok, but then a double play helped in that inning really before it got started.
Yeah, it's been a big turnaround for Pete Hughes' Cats, and you just go back to the scheduling. I mean, he even said, hey, that part of this was my fault, the way I scheduled this season. As Castle grounds out to third baseman Kennedy over to first for the easy out. But you start off the season and you play a couple of games against Coastal Carolina. You got then that very next week you play at number 6 at the time, North Carolina.
Yeah.
You played a top-ranked Arkansas team, a top 25 TCU team, and a number 2 team, LSU at the time, who's gone between 1 and 3. So, yeah, your first 4 out of 10 games are against top-ranked teams. That's part and parcel of that RPI number being as high as it is, even with some of those losses early on. It didn't hurt their RPI. In fact, it helped them. And then, of course, they've had the big turnaround here in March, as you mentioned, Kyle. And they've been outstanding. Probably one of the hotter teams in college baseball, we could say at this point.
Yeah, and when you look at the way that they ended the 2024 season, going to a super regional, you can schedule like that because the RPI will already be pretty high, and there's a collision from Martin and Kennedy, but Kennedy makes the play to put Baylor down to their final out. But you want to see the confidence build, and I think we've seen that from the Wildcats now. In conference play, they're peaking at the right time. They're about to start 5-0 for the first time ever as a Big 12 program. And if you continue to win at the rate that they've been winning, it's hard not to have Omaha as the ultimate goal.
Yeah, I think that's right. And K-State did make a change at shortstop, but Ty Smolinski coming in, so that was the contact with Smolinski and Kennedy. But Kennedy able to hang on.
Yeah, other than that, it is all the same defensive alignment. Outside of Phillips at catcher and then Smolinski at second. Swing and a miss here as Pendergrass in his first at-bat since replacing Walker Little. Quickly goes down 0-2. Now Jack Little had the 2 bombs in this matchup. Was ejected in the 7th inning after his second solo blast. Arthur's been dominant out of the pen.
Yeah, you can kind of say those funky left-handers right offer you a different look. He certainly has. He's got some good stuff, though. It's not just the deception in the delivery. As he gets the strikeout, which will end this one today.
Another strikeout for Kansas State. The pitching staff was tremendous in this one. But the bats came alive for the second straight day as Kansas State improves to 5-0 in Big 12 action. They win this one by 10 on the road. 14-4 the final score. It's hard to have any extra critique for this Wildcats team this far in the conference play.
No, they've been dominant the first 2 games here in Waco, and they'll, of course, look to continue that dominance. But, yeah, Baylor needs a win. They'll have to come out and do something different tomorrow, especially in terms of